Breaking news. For the second day in a row, Fox News has upset the apple cart. First, it was the bombing of Iran, and now they are blowing him out of the water on domestic issues. Turns out there's big problems in the red states. Tourism is down, and crops are literally rotting on the vine in farmlands all over the heartland of America. And this is having a major drag on their economies, and several people are complaining. And you know things have gotten bad if Fox News is saying it's bad. Do you know who else is saying the economy is bad? The Republican governor of Nebraska. He called Trump personally because, as it turns out, migrant farm labor fled the state, causing a crash in tax revenues, and China has held back $2 billion of soybean orders from Nebraska farmers with the expense of planting already sunk into the ground. Overall, Nebraska is facing a net loss of $15 billion of sales from its economy and $350 million from its tax base. They are the first red state to say they need help. So yes, it took us a while to get here, but we're here all right. So why did it take so long? Mostly that's because as soon as it became clear that Mango Mussolini was serious about tariffs, businesses both big and small did the same thing. They bought up supplies and parts as much as they could before prices went up. That level of purchases and sales artificially boosted the economy. Those inventories have begun to run out, though. Agriculture is rotting in the fields all over the country, and gas prices remain high. You remember Trump telling us the price of gas was $1.99? Yeah. Well, it turns out he was lying, which comes as a shock to all of us, I'm sure. And add to that the thousands of federal government employees who lost their jobs, the thousands of researchers who lost their jobs when grants were canceled, the majority of whom went on unemployment benefits, and you have an economy that is sinking. So yes, Trump tanked a Biden economy that was outperforming the world and setting all kinds of records here in the U.S. By any measure, Trump has ruined the economy in the short term and crippled it in the long term. Ted Lieu summed up Trump's heroic economic policy. Watch.
Under the economic policies of Donald Trump and Republicans, America is now in decline. For the first time in 3 years, we have negative GDP growth. That means our economy actually shrank this year. It takes a special kind of stupid to take 12 consecutive quarters of positive economic growth and make it go negative. And we also know overall inflation has also increased. And Trump and Republicans want to make it worse. They want to pass the big, ugly bill that's going to cut off health care for over 16 million Americans, all in service of massive tax breaks to billionaires. Tell them to take their heads out of the sand and to stop harming the American people. Trump and Republicans should be working for you, not for billionaires.
Now, unlike a lot of Republican congressmen, when he takes to the floor, Ted Lieu does not use a bunch of made-up facts. Lieu claimed that the GDP is in the negative, and that's precisely what Fox had to admit. Watch this.
First quarter GDP, however, the final read is negative 0.5%. We were expecting a loss of 0.2% for first quarter GDP. This is the first negative read that we've actually clocked since the first quarter of 2022. That's according to the Commerce Department. But again, that GDP read, this is actually even more of a loss in the range.
So on the one hand, Fox News is fessing up that the economy under Trump is sinking. And now that we're almost 6 months in, it's going to be hard for people to believe that the good parts of the economy, of which there are none, is due to Trump's accomplishments, and the bad part is due to Biden. Even so, did you catch how Fox tries to soft sell the really alarming part? Fox admits that they already knew the prediction that the economy was going to be retracting by 0.2 percentage points in 1 quarter only. But instead, the economy retracted almost double what everybody was already predicted to be negative growth. And folks, this is a measurement of the last 3 months. It does not reflect what's going on this summer. In addition to food rotting in the fields, tourism in the U.S. is taking an enormous hit. Ask the folks in Nashville and Memphis, San Francisco and New York how much international tourism that they are getting, and they'll tell you Europe and Canada are not coming to our shores. They don't want the risk, and they are protesting Trump. So this is only going to get worse. How much worse? Well, the Republicans right now are contemplating increasing taxes on the middle class and cutting social services for the poor in order to transfer more wealth to the billionaires in the top 5%. So it's going to get way, way worse. But don't worry, Trump is selling citizenship for $5 million a pop. Yeah, that'll save us. And if you believe that, Trump has some Bitcoin he'd like to sell you. Reporting from Rome, I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.